his tape last year. It was a pretty decent tape. It got some good, you know, I guess, I don't know. I don't listen to this guy. Nah, but
boom, bam, bop, pow.
What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Q, that rude boy, aka TheWavMan, man. You already know how we rocking, man. Look, today I'm giving y'all my XXL 2018 freshman list predictions. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep it a brick with y'all. Like, I'm not here to tell y'all who's the hottest. I'm telling y'all who I think is gonna get on the list. Therefore, there's some obvious people who's I believe is too big for the list, because there's the obvious.
Lil Pump, yeah. Who's your gang? Oh, yeah.
Big head on the beat. Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna talk too much, man. Let's get right into this thing. Look, we're gonna start off with the too big for the list. All right, Lil Pump. That's the obvious contender. You know, people are gonna say Lil Pump should make it. Of course he should make it, or he is eligible. He's overqualified at this point. Last year, I guess he wasn't there for them, but like now, Lil Pump is arguably the biggest star, one of the biggest breakout stars of 2017. So with that being said, I think Lil Pump is eligible, but I don't think it makes sense for him to get on the list. So Lil Pump, you did your thing. You feel me? Facts. Next person, of course, XXL usually has a girl on the list, and the obvious contender for this person probably had the biggest year of 2017 in my opinion. Cardi B. That's the obvious contender for the female portion of this list. It doesn't make sense. If I was her PR, if I was on her team, I would not tell her to get on XXL freshman 2018. It just doesn't make sense. Like, when you start being compared to Nicki Minaj and you're in the same talking space as Nicki Minaj and people of that sort, and you're doing the things that Cardi B's doing, right? She's international at this point, you feel what I'm saying? So it just doesn't make sense, but she's well above, let's just say she's a sophomore right now, you feel me? With those two being said, let's get into the list who I think is actually gonna be on the list, all right? First person I want to say is going to be Ski Mask, the Slump guy.
Hey, how was you feeling, bro? Feeling like the four, I feel fantastic. Which one would you be, though? Mr. Fantastic, because of money like elastic. Burberry, trench coat.
Yes, it's in the numbers, man. Last year was a little premature, as well as X was on the list, so it kind of just, it didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Them kind of being from the same group, kind of area. It didn't make sense for them both to be on it. XXL probably saw, so I think Ski Mask time has officially came, and I think it's time to get on this list. I think he's a walk-on, and he'll do great in the ciphers. Numbers don't lie. Big facts. Next person, I want to say another high contender. I would like to say is SMOKEPURPP. I think he's definitely I wouldn't say a walk-on, but I think he's going to be highly sought after, especially the fact that they missed Lil Pump last year, and the fact that he actually got signed to Travis Scott Cactus Jack record label. There should be some big things coming, as well as the drop. He just dropped his tape last year. It was a pretty decent tape. It got some good, you know, I guess, I don't know. I don't listen to this guy. Nah, but like I said, SMOKEPURPP, numbers again, they don't lie. He's been doing numbers on SoundCloud. He's in that Florida movement, that young Florida movement. You know, Ski Mask, Lil Pump, and just with those names alone could possibly push him into their category of being a freshman XXL. The next person I would say, I think it's a walk-on, because what I like to think of XXL freshmen is they like to diversify the list, and with that being said, they can't just go for the new wave. You know, they can't just force the new wave onto XXL freshmen. You know what I'm saying? So the next person I think that will get on the list will be NBA YoungBoy. I think he's gonna make the list quite easily, honestly. The fact that he's doing his thing, he's just going crazy. I'm talking about consistency-wise, the numbers he's doing, He's dropping video after video on his YouTube, you know what I'm saying? He's just grinding and he's touring, you know, he's doing his thing. He's the voice of the streets, man. You need that. You need that in the XXL freshman list, man. Seriously. T Grizzly is gonna be on this list. 300 Entertainment is pushing him extra hard. Extra hard. I don't see how he's not gonna make the list. He had come out with actually one of the biggest tracks last year with the First Day Out track, man. You walk into any club and you're hearing that thing bang crazy, man. As well as those are doing numbers, man. You see him getting on, you know what I'm saying? You see those playlists on Tidal, you know, on Apple Music, man. He pops right up there on the first page whenever he releases something, man. So 300 Entertainment's doing their thing with him, and he's just being pushed really hard. As well as people like Zeus, they had the no effort challenge. Push through Zeus, like, come on, y'all. Come on. XXL freshman for sure. Next person. He had a big breakout year last year, but things kind of started to slow down. But nonetheless, he still made a big. He had a big year last year. I think Trippie Redd will be definitely considered to be on this list. I definitely think he'll be on this list. I think Trippie Redd because, well, we know Trippie Redd has had some big songs. Love Scars. I think his fan base has really grown last year, extensively. You feel me? Like, he's putting in that work and he's getting some big features, even getting some big co-signs from Drake. Though I think Drake kind of, you know, Drake. He's a very smart guy. But nonetheless, man, Trippie Redd should be on this list. And with that being said, there was a wild card. I'm not gonna lie. I was debating like 6ix9ine, Trippie Redd. They're kind of beefing. So what I was thinking was XXL. They can't choose both of them. That's just the name. They're just not gonna choose both. It's just too risky, you know. So with that being said, wild card 6ix9ine. That's the wild card. If they choose to get 6ix9ine, who's having a crazy last year, ending of last year, going crazy, also into 2018, the hype is real. So depending on if XXL wants to get 6ix9ine, they can't get Trippie Redd. If they get Trippie Redd, they're not getting 6ix9ine. It's just that simple. 6ix9ine did have Gummo, he had Kiki, and he is about to have that new track coming out with Tory Lanez. And that joint sounds like it's about to be going crazy, man. I'm not even gonna play with you. 6ix9ine is just making street anthem after street anthem, man. And with all the controversies surrounding his name, honestly, it could be good and bad. You know what I'm saying? XXL can see it as a positive thing or a negative thing. But one thing's for sure, all publicity is good publicity. Next person that will make the list is Ybn Nahmir. He's had a really big year. He's a young bull. You know what I'm saying? He had a big year with that breakout, rubbing off the paint. A lot of people are saying that, you know, he kind of slipped off with TK's wave and just rode that jump to the top. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they're both young. The sounds semi-similar. You know, I haven't listened to too much TK, but I know TK, he had that one, the race, that jump went crazy. If TK was out, man, who knows? But right now, Ybn Nahmir for sure is gonna make this list. You know what I'm saying? That rubbing off the paint went crazy. Huge following, man. He's really doing his thing. He's putting on for his team at YBN. You know, young boss. You feel me? Young boss is doing his thing. He's not a dumbo. I know that. That's a fact. So I rock with him. So I think numbers don't lie on him either, man. He's doing his thing. He's consistent, and he's doing his shows, man. This young boy's doing his thing. So I think he'll be making it this for freshman XXL. Now, when it comes to the girl portion, let's keep it a buck. Like I already mentioned before, Cardi B is the obvious contender, but she's way too big for the list. It doesn't make sense. So, with that being said, I think there's a few girls that has a possibility of making it. So, I'm just name two. All right, I'm gonna name RICO Nasty. She's from the DMV. You know what I'm saying? She's doing her thing. Shout out to DMV. You already know how we rocking, man. And the next person I want to name would be Cuban Savage. She's been going really crazy lately as well. RICO Nasty, she has that dope new school vibe, you feel me? And then that Cuban Savage, that's some savage drill, you feel me? She going crazy. One of them will be on on the Freshman XL cover. You feel me? Next person, you always have to have your conscious rap. You know, that person that sticks to that hardcore real rap. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even put him in that lane because I'm not even trying to say that he's not new school. You feel me? Because he's been doing his remixes. If you know who I'm talking about, I think JOYNER Lucas is going to be making the XXL freshman cover. Dude is a savage. Dude can really rap. I'm talking about flow crazy. Substance is there. Buzz has been created, you feel me? He's doing his thing. I think JOYNER Lucas will come on the list. I think the numbers don't lie with him either, you feel me? He had a couple, he has some songs that went extremely viral. I'm not even gonna lie, you know? With that being said, he also killed Lil Pump's Gucci Gang last year, and dude is a savage. So he's definitely gonna be on the list as well, just to mix things up a little bit. Another person I think that might be on the list. These are kind of my wild cards here. That might be on the list. I think Rich Brian, who used to go by Rich Chicken. 88 Rising is really pushing him on that side. I believe he's independent with Empire. He kind of has an Empire deal, so that's pretty dope. Music's decent, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can listen to it and I can be like, I can rock with it. I'm not skipping it, you feel me? Numbers, again, don't lie. Numbers don't lie. People are listening to Rich Brian. Even when he made that splash a couple years ago with the first, that stick, you know what I'm saying? But around this time, he's more solidified. He's taken more serious. He's not a meme rapper, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. Rich Brian, and XXL always does the people's choice. And I think the people's choice right now, if we're voting in a week or two, it really might come down to Lil Skies. I think Lil Skies right now has the biggest hype. You know what I'm saying? It came out of nowhere. Cole Bennett really pushed that. Cole Bennett, man, in itself, Cole Bennett might have 25% of this list, might be responsible for 25% of this list. Not to take away from the grind that any of the artists did, but you gotta understand, Cole Bennett is the stimulus package. You feel me? You get that lyrical lemonade at that side boy. Y'all might not even like lemonade, but when that joint come on that side boy, look, they gonna do something. You feel me? So I think Lil Skies will get the people's choice. He put out a project already, very fast. His team is moving. They're understanding what has to be done. And he just has a crazy hype right now. You know what I'm saying? Makes chill music. He makes pretty good music. You feel me? So I think he will be the people's choice. Now, with that being said, that's my XXL freshman list, but I have a couple wild cards who I do believe should be in here, at least honorable mention. Start off with SAHBABII. I think SAHBABII had a pretty good year last year, I'm not even gonna lie. He had that hit, Pull Up With The Stick, so I think his label's doing well with him. He's dropped a couple music videos after that. He's doing pretty well, and people have been asking for him, so I think it's a very big possibility. Also think, it's gonna sound crazy, I don't think he'll show up even if he gets nominated, but Russ. I think Russ is still fighting for his credibility in the hip-hop game. Cause he be talking aggressive at his interviews, like he wants to be noticed by the hip hop. You feel me? But dude really raps. If there's people that really rap on this list, he would be one of those people who really rap. You know what I'm saying? Maybe his fan base might not show that he really out here rapping, but he's actually out here rapping. He has substance, man. He believes in, I don't know. It's Russ. Very talented guy. He mixes, produces, records, writes his own records. That's huge. Like, people can't even do one of those correctly, you feel me? So it's real dope. Russ can make it possibly. Famous Dex, I don't think Famous Dex nor Rich the Kid even care to make it this year. I don't think they really need to bother with it. I think Rich the Kid is doing a lot in the industry with New Freezer and just the collabs that he's been able to pull off, that it's kind of like they really on their own wave, like, so they don't even need it, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm just gonna leave that there. I think Lil Baby could possibly make it, and look out for DDG for next year, man. I really wanna say that I've been watching DDG for a couple of years now, and the things that he's doing is really impressive. So look out for him maybe next year, the year after, and you know, that's it, guys. Oh, one more. Look out for Q Lord.